All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Heyo, welcome to the Drunken Nerds podcast number 33. My name's Dan. Over here in 3D is Schubert.
What's up, nerds? We are back and revived.
We're back and revived. Yes, last week was a struggle.
Yeah, big time.
Big time struggle. We got through it.
Probably the most I've been hurting for quite some time. But hey, we're back in action.
Right. We just needed a little bit of time to recoup. And
get some fluids in us. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. And we're back to normal. So
yeah, back at it.
Let's get it going.
Number 33, Bird.
I know. It's amazing. 33 episodes of doing this. Wow. The liver has taken a beating once we started this podcast.
Not as much recently. We haven't really gone off the rails in a while. It's been at least 15 episodes probably. Might have to fix that next week. We'll see what happens.
Next week we'll do a special drunk episode only. Oh. So where are you now? Indiana? Illinois? Something
final days in Indiana.
You're not enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it was okay. It could have been worse, but I'm moving on. Going back to Texas, going back to Georgia, going back to Florida. All the places I enjoy.
Okay. Yeah, you need to get back there.
Yeah,
you haven't been the same since you've been on this little...
No, I don't think so. I think that's like we just said. We haven't had a real off the rails episode in a while, and that's part of it. It's hard to go off the rails when there's nothing to do other than sit in the hotel.
Yeah, it looks like your hotel's a closet.
This one's not too bad. It's just sort of the angle, but...
All right, fair enough. So you'll get out of there, get to a happy place soon.
Happy place. Next week we'll be broadcasting live from Texas or Georgia.
Nice. All right. So there are people over there? I've never been to Indiana.
It's a lot of farmers. Like, I don't know. Weird. It's like, I don't know. It's like, Parks and Recreation. I think they had it right when everybody's just like, I don't know. I don't want to go off the rails and get offensive.
All right. Well, we know you're out of there soon.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, it can't be any worse than New Hampshire. I mean, it's really nothing to do over
different. Here. It's different.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I haven't been doing anything either. I mean, we've been it's been a recovery for a week.
Yeah, full week.
That's how bad it's been. We've done nothing.
No, I didn't do a whole lot. Built a Lego set, watched some football. That's about it. Watch some wrestling.
Yeah, that's one of our least productive weekends or weeks I think we've ever had during this time.
I think this is this beer I'm drinking right now. We'll call it, I think it's my 5th drink, and then the last, it's got to be almost 14 days now, right? No, 12 days? Yeah, about 14 days. 10 days? I don't know. I'm not good at math.
That's impressive.
Either way, I've had very few drinks, and I don't like it. We're going back to normal.
We're going to change that. I was supposed to be like that, too. I mean, I was, recovering. Body was starting to feel better. And then, the neighborhood kids found my house. And that was it, man. They drove me nuts. It was 6 hours just screaming children. Children I don't know. I don't want to be responsible for, but I became the responsible one for them. So I dipped into that little fireball bucket you brought over here a couple weeks ago and went for a couple of those. So that ended that little streak.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but there's something about, I don't know, I'll call it the South. It just brings out the casual drinking in me. That's me. I get home from the end of the day, I have a beer.
What's the Florida Stanley move? Everybody's watching The Office.
The Florida Stanley move. But Texas, it's the same thing. I think it's like the invite. You're just like, cool. I'm gonna go have a beer with dinner. Indiana, it's just like, screw it. I'm going back to my hotel, going to bed.
Well, maybe they was there for a reason, because you're going to be off the rails for quite some time, I think.
I think I'm down 15, 20 pounds since I got here.
Yeah.
That's going up. Going back on as soon as we get to Florida.
Oh, yeah. Florida time. Oh,
Florida,
boy.
It's like casual 6 or 7 drinks with dinner.
Yep. Just in a happy place. So you just
I think that's
drink.
what it is. I think that you're relaxed. You say, hey, I want to be a little more relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Texas, same thing.
All right. So we need to, so next week, hopefully, we'll be in Texas. You're staying in a place with a lazy river that looks like the state of Texas.
Just that first night. We won't be there podcast night.
Okay. All right.
So, but we'll let you know how it is. Yeah.
Here's some good stories at least.
There's a lazy river on the roof of the hotel shaped like Texas. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to sit there, float around, watch Red Zone on my waterproof iPhone.
Don't get too cocky with the waterproof iPhones.
No, it's 100%.
Oh, no. My wife was at a wedding and it just dipped into the water. Just a slight little bit, little dip.
Well, it's not the new one then.
It's the brand new one.
No.
The brand new one, the Pro, didn't turn back on. Done. So she had to get a new one yesterday. $99 to replace it.
I get mine wet all the time.
You stick it under the whole water though?
Yeah, sometimes I bring it into the shower so I can watch Netflix or something.
But have you stuck it under a pool?
Oh, I've dropped it in the sink.
Well, the sink doesn't count. It's completely different than a pool.
My last one I jumped
But I'm
in the
just
pool 'cause
telling you,
I'm
those
not
Apple,
very good. Yeah,
they're liars. Because Katrina, she took it out. Next thing you know, wouldn't turn back on. Tried doing the bowl of rice, the whole little, suction it up. Didn't work.
Last summer I got an old one going back with the bowl of rice. So.
Oh, really? Got it going?
Yeah. Like, hey, where's my phone? Oh, it's in my pocket.
Well, we'll see. We'll follow through with this next week. If your phone is gone, then well, no. I say you put it to the test. Just let it drop to the bottom of it and see what happens.
I'll go watch underwater. I'll be like, cheering for the Bills.
All right, we'll see about that. All right, so let's get into this week's hangover. We have some good stuff going on this week.
Yeah, a little bit, nothing huge, but some different stuff.
Different?
A little bit different, yeah.
Let's get into it.
This week's hangover.
All right, so this week's hangover. So I just want to start with the biggest news story that should be brought up every single year, which you surprised me with because I completely forgot.
I told you last week on the podcast.
I know.
We're supposed to have an extravaganza.
I already forgot. I have the Lederhosen behind me, but it is Oktoberfest
Officially.
in Germany.
Kicked off.
Now, Oktoberfest, I think, if I have to think of one, if any nerd, whether you don't like beer, whatever it is the single best week that you can have of your entire life.
I agree.
Not only is there beer everywhere.
I think the whole country of Germany knows I agree.
Yes. I think everybody knows.
Shout out to our German listeners. Guten Abend.
It is incredible. Not only is it just tents of beer everywhere, you think of just drinking, it's like literally like the best amusement park you've ever been to.
They got roller coasters, haunted houses.
Oh, yeah, all sorts of little. They have the mirror house. I was stuck in there for quite some time. It kept me busy for a good 20 minutes. The guy wouldn't let me back out the front. He said I had to go through and end up in the right way, and I couldn't do it. But it's a great time.
The part I think people underestimate is that it's a party, but it's not like a spring break party.
Yes.
You know, like a club or spring break or the beach. That's not everybody's kind of party.
Right.
Oktoberfest, I think that is everybody's kind of party. You're just sitting at a table singing and dancing, and
right. It's not
that's
just
about it.
Yeah, it's not just drinking. It's entertainment. I mean, I got pictures here.
Oh no,
you get just drink. Everybody's just happy. You get what it was 32-ounce glasses.
They come out to about 3-ish beers. No, they're 5. Hey, there's me, my younger years.
Yeah, like 5 beers. And you know, it's great because you go into a tent. You only have one choice. You get the beer tent that you're in.
Or the dark beer.
Or the dark beer, yeah. I mean, people that aren't watching YouTube but listening.
I remember that guy.
Picture. Yeah, this guy.
He didn't speak English. He didn't speak German. No. we were just hanging out.
And we were conversing. I think that's the best thing about October. We were talking with a guy.
I don't think
was he Portuguese? Yeah, we had no idea, but we started learning each other's hand signals and stuff like that. Great time. Everybody's just happy. So, I mean, it's just great. And one of the biggest things, like,
beer's delicious.
This is one of the roller coasters. It looks like something that should be at Disney World.
Where'd you dig all these up?
I think they're still on Facebook for when we went. This is when we're. It's unbelievable, but it is dangerous when it comes to money because the Germans know. Yeah,
they do.
This is instance here. So after one night in October, we were dead set to get Lederhosen at Oktoberfest.
That's a good look.
So I think it was after one night we decided to go back. We found like a store, go in there. I guarantee all these workers like, oh, these friggin' drunk Americans. Here we go. You know what
Probably
that
double
cost
the
me? About
price.
$2,700 for our 2 Lederhosen. That's what my bill was.
Hey, the conversion rate, I think they got you.
Oh, they got me good. But they are quite nice and comfy. I mean, they made out of what,
Very
goat
high
skin?
quality.
Yeah,
You could wear that to your wedding if you wanted to.
yeah, very high
full on enough.
quality. And they knew they sold us the matching shoes. They,
Oh, everything.
they sold me that matching shirt. I mean, they got us good. But Oktoberfest, full swing right now. Highly suggest. I don't know what's like with COVID right now.
No, that's a good question. I don't even know if anything's going on.
But it's also
Gotta be.
the best beer there is. I know we do beer reviews and we try to do these IPAs, double IPAs, all this other stuff. There's nothing cleaner and smoother than a German beer.
No, so even last weekend when we were at AEW, the beer garden outside had authentic Hofbrau, one of the best beers from Oktoberfest.
Right.
We were so excited. We had to consciously stop drinking it because we're like, this is bad news. It goes down so smooth. We're going to be blackout drunk before the event.
Right. It's so tasty. I mean, I think going into Oktoberfest when we were a little bit younger, we loved Lowenbrau. I think that was our go-to.
Yes, which you can not get it over here in America anymore.
Yeah, it seems like it's almost impossible to find.
Still over there. It's like 200 years old. I don't think it's going anywhere. But
yeah. And then we found Augustiner, which was by far, I think, our favorite.
You can find that, which you can find it at Total Wine every now and then.
Okay.
Although it's good, but you can tell it's imported, and so it's not as crisp. But that Hofbrau we had last weekend, that was about as good as it gets.
Right. So I'm going to recommend to anybody who's thinking of a different vacation that they want to do. They're thinking of all these crazy things. They go to Costa Rica, go to the rainforest, go in the jungles. Just go to Oktoberfest. Mark it off your list. You're not going to regret it.
I was planning on trying to get to Total Wine today because they have a awesome selection of the real authentic German beers, and I couldn't get to one. So hopefully next week when we go off the rails, we'll do a real German off the rails edition.
Yep, we'll get some of the Oktoberfest stuff together. I think because it's 2 weeks long, so it'll be next week.
I think it's like a month long, isn't it?
Is it a month? I think it's 2 weeks strong.
2 weeks strong, maybe a little give or take on each end.
It lingers for a little while. So, but also speaking of good beer, there's a Busch Light dog beer that has been all over the commercials lately. Which
the DoorDash commercial, if you've seen
DoorDash,
yeah,
definitely caught your eye right away.
I didn't think it was real at first, and then I looked it up. It's real.
It's real. So I know they're promoting have a beer with your best friend, which is smart. I mean, it's a genius idea.
It doesn't get your dog drunk.
We looked at it, just bone broth.
It sounds like it's like a can of Campbell's soup.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I think this is a terrible idea.
Because you think men are going to drink it?
I think Busch Light it's a prank. They're going to be sitting in the fridge. Somebody's going to be 10, 15 Busch Lights deep. They're going to reach and grab the wrong one.
Oh, I think that 100%. You get them going coolers. There's going to be that guy who's put one of the Busch Light dog beers in the cooler. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not going to know because they have the same symbol. It's just a little bit different colored.
But then on the other way, some asshole's going to grab the wrong one. He's going to drink the soup. He's going to give the dog his Busch Light. The dog's going to be wasted.
Yes, this could go many different directions. Because it looks like the can is a 12-ounce can. That looks
just like a can.
Yep.
Color is the only difference. But Busch Light, they're known to do
camo colors, this and that.
So like, who knows what Busch Light? You're going to just think it's a fall version of Busch Light. Glug, glug, glug.
It's gonna be many, many people that are gonna do this.
And I think Busch Light is in on it. They're gonna make it like the TikTok chat. It's gonna be like the damn milk crate challenge. They're gonna be like, "Hey, give your friend a dog Busch Light."
Right. Oh yeah. It's like I think I looked it up. $15 for a 4-pack.
That's more expensive than human beer.
Yes, much more expensive than you can get a 30-pack of Busch Light for $15, basically.
And that's also expensive for bone broth. Bone broth is like $2 for a 20-ounce box.
They're cashing in on this, I think, to screw people, but also the people who think they are going to have a beer with their dog.
I'm telling you, I'm calling this. This is going to be some sort of TikTok challenge or something. Like some assholes like it's not going to end well. I get where their head's at, but I don't think it's going to end well.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either.
Now, I would like to ask you, How much money would it take for you to do that as your beer review of the week next week?
Oh man. Oof. I'd do it for $100.
All right.
I don't ask for much. I think I could handle some bone broth. I mean,
It probably just tastes like a cold bowl of Campbell's soup, right?
yeah, I'd have to get it cold, right?
It has to be cold. You can't put it in the microwave. It'll explode. It's metal.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a room temperature. It's bone broth. Does it really matter if it's cold or not? I mean, I guess it
It'd
would
probably be better room temperature.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I could drink the whole thing for $100.
No,
but
definitely
I would
not.
take a few sips for $100.
You could give it the review.
Yeah.
All right, nerds. So it's up to you. Start Venmoing.
Venmo $100, and then I'll see if I can find this bone broth dog Bush Light beer.
You can DoorDash it. It seems that seems to go to.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But good idea. Good for you, Bush. Going outside the box.
A little outside the box, and everybody loves dogs. So
Right. Yeah. We're going completely off the rails now. We see what we were just doing. We'll go right into it. I don't know how we're going to transition. There's no good way to transition it. So let's just talk about the Hawkeye trailer. No idea what it is. Didn't watch it. Give us your take, Schubert.
looks good. I'm excited. I like Hawkeye. I love Haley Steinfeld. I'm excited for this one. The one curveball that I'm taking away from it, it's basically a Christmas show. So it's a holiday show. It's coming out in November, end of November, like around Thanksgiving, right in time for Christmas season. But it is a full-blown Christmas show, it seems. It looks like Die Hard.
All right.
I can't tell. What's it?
Are they going to do the normal 6 episodes, you think?
It's like 6 or 8 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically Die Hard. I don't know if that it's so obvious that it's not ripping it off, or if it's like that has to be what they're going for, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
around the time of year,
a lot of things look very comic book authentic. There's a Hawkeye miniseries, and the costumes are pulled directly from it. The Ronin, which was what he was dressed up as in Endgame, that character is back. So that was setting something up. It wasn't just a costume for the sake of having a costume. So it should be good. It's obviously not going to be bad. So
right, they don't mess much up. Other than What If, I tried getting into that. I can't get into it.
I can't get into it either. So. The animation style I don't like. The stories seem pretty cool, and it seems like there's going to be some payoff.
Yeah,
but it's hard to get into.
Yeah. So other than that, though, they haven't missed, especially on any of the live action stuff. So yeah, can't go wrong with Hawkeye. Keep them coming.
Thanksgiving time too. A nice surprise getting one more before the end of the year.
Yep. Perfect. So the only other thing, Schubert, and this, I brought this up to you before we started this podcast, but it surprised me on 2 different ends. First of all, there's a streaming service out there called Binge. And apparently the streaming service not only takes shows from Netflix and HBO Max and Showtime, Starz, seems like they have everything on there, but they also do their own shows, exclusive shows. And they just got the rights from Ubisoft for the video game Driver that was on PlayStation for a while, which was interesting because they're also trying to get more exclusive rights to more shows based off of video games, but also having the rights to all these other shows. So I looked into Binge. It's like $10 a month. It's more for in Europe, but now it's starting to come over here, and it's used exclusively for some big airline. I think it's like Emirates. How do you say that? Emirates.
Yeah.
So that flight uses this streaming service. So
okay, it sounds like a scam to me a little bit, but
I thought it would be a scam.
But
I would be until they started doing their own show, especially when they're partnering with Ubisoft.
So you can play the games? Or?
No, they're making shows based off of the games.
Okay. Those are usually terrible, so.
Have you ever played Driver?
I have not.
So it's a pretty good game. Pretty good story to it, too.
So you'd be okay with a TV show of it?
I'd be okay with it. I don't think it's going to be good because I've never heard of this thing called Binge. How much money can they actually have to produce a show?
And what's the video game track record? It's not that good.
Not that good. You watch Free Guy yet?
I have not watched Free Guy.
I feel like that one came out pretty good, right?
Did you see it?
No. But I heard it was good.
It's not based on a video game, though.
Well, it kind of is in a little bit. Video
Well,
game story-wise.
It's like the same thing as Wreck-It Ralph.
That's true. So, but anyway, binge. I'm going to have to look into that.
I'll check it out, I guess.
So if they have like Stranger Things and stuff on it, screw it. I'm getting rid of all my other. I mean, I have like every single day. I feel like I have a new monthly charge coming out of my account.
I still bring it up. This was great. My bank card got compromised, so all my accounts are slowly getting canceled. They're like, "Hey, you didn't pay this month." I go,
Yeah.
"Good. I didn't know I was paying for the last 6."
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And you're right. That might be the only way to get out of everything.
You just cancel your card and get a new one,
and then you start buying everything else again eventually.
And then 6 months later, you do it again.
They do it again.
Why do I have 3 Paramount Plus accounts?
Oh yeah, that's what happens because you forget your password. You go into a different way, you order it again. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, they get you.
Netflix. I logged on by accident yesterday. I still don't know why I paid for that. I haven't watched a show on Netflix in 6 months. I logged in by accident, and I was like, "What the hell service is this?" Didn't even know it was Netflix. That's how long I've been off of Netflix.
Yeah, I haven't watched much of Netflix either. Well, Stranger Things soon enough, right? That's a big one.
Pretty soon. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. All right. That's pretty much it. I know you want to bring up one small thing with a twin sequel coming with Danny DeVito and Schwarzenegger. So, you're excited for this? So,
I like Twins. It was a movie from if you're not familiar, a movie from the 90s. Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are twins.
It was a very good movie.
And I think they were like a test tube baby or something. I don't know I don't know the physics of it, but something along those lines. So we're getting a sequel called Triplets, and the triplet is Tracy Morgan.
That's perfect for how they went about it from the beginning one by doing the huge tall guy, the little fat guy, and now
the black guy. So it's gonna be a very fine line they're gonna have to walk, I think.
Yes. You gotta be careful.
I don't know how they're gonna work, but hey, I'll watch it. They're all funny. So
yeah, I agree. All right. Something like did they give a timetable at all for this one?
I think it's still pretty early on. So hopefully Danny DeVito, he's not looking too great these days.
Neither is Arnold. So I mean their time is cut short here, so they better hurry up.
So hopefully
all right.
It's a good one.
Let's get into the rest in peace. Thank everybody.
You forgot the one more we wanted to bring up.
What's that?
The Disney World story.
Oh my goodness, I jumped right over it. You know, you're right.
And I have to start by saying it wasn't me, contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, it was right underneath Hawkeye trailer, and I forgot about this. So the big story, a man at Disney apparently got his hands on an iPad and an employee iPad and started skipping all the lines by getting access to it and also giving tours to people. So he was giving tours to people to not only show them around the park and get them to the front of the line, but also using his...
Disney was calling this unauthorized tours.
Unauthorized tours. That is a man of genius.
Feels like something I would do.
Yes.
If I got my hands on an iPad and knew I could do whatever I wanted at Disney.
Can you imagine? Yeah, I agree. Bud Light needs to add him to Men of Genius. Yeah. Because that is incredible.
I would like to know where he found these tour groups.
He probably had access when people meet up or where they meet up. And
you think he just hijacked a tour group? It was like, come on, guys, let's go. And then the real tour guy gets there and he's like, where is everybody?
He's counting the numbers. There's only 3 people. It's supposed to be 20.
So you don't think he recruited online? He's like, all right, guys, I'm joining unauthorized, like Kramer, the real Kramer tour.
Yeah, I don't know. Based on what I read, it looks like he not hacked it, but he used it to get into the front line and also use it to find out where the tour started.
So the story I read was that he claims I don't know, his company was like a pawn shop or something, but not a pawn shop. And this iPad showed up and he figured it out.
That's awesome. Now, if you were to be him, obviously not a guy who knows in-depth details, probably Disney, what do you think the tour is like?
I think it would be great.
To the left, here's Cinderella's castle, and What would we say? Like,
I think he'd like jack him up. He'd be like, oh, he'd start telling some facts and stuff, and then he'd get to the ride and be like, who wants to go to the front of the line? And they're just going up to the front of the line. He'd be the coolest tour guide ever.
Oh God, that's awesome. It reminds me a lot of the movie Euro Trip where they hijack it into a tour. So
all I could think of was when I heard the story. But I would like to know, Disney's got a pretty good eye in the sky. Like, they're always watching you.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you're up to no good, somebody's out.
Oh, they got you.
The last time I was at Epcot, I was thinking about climbing up on top of a horse statue. I was just looking at it. And a guy came out and was like, don't do it. And I was like, how did you know what I was thinking?
Yeah, I think they're going inside our heads at Disney World.
So
they're ahead of the game.
So I don't know how the guy got away with it. So was he wearing a uniform?
Like, that would be awesome if he tried to get a uniform too. Yeah, we need to look more into this. So this one really
I hope more
me.
comes to light. Yeah.
That's incredible. Good for him. I say good for him. He's got the guts. He's probably never welcome back at Disney World again.
No, he's on the cancel list, but he's always welcome here on the podcast. If he'd like to tell his side of the story.
We would love to hear his side of the story. We're gonna find his name and throw him out there and hashtag him or something. See if we can get a hold of him.
Our first guess.
Yeah. Sorry, Cheese. You don't count. So, all right. So that brings us to the rest in peace. First big one in a while.
Everyone knows this one.
Yeah. All right, so we haven't had obviously deaths, but a really big named
one that
everybody knows pass away. So Norm Macdonald passed away this week. Obviously, everybody knows him from Saturday Night Live, but how do you remember Norm?
So I know we talked about last week how we cursed Ed Asner.
Yes.
When did Norm die? What is today? Today's Wednesday. Today's Thursday.
Yeah.
Tuesday, I watched Billy Madison on TV.
Great movie, yes.
And I was like, oh, he's got such great lines in that movie.
Oh, he's awesome.
And Wednesday, he died. So.
Yeah. The movie that I watched all the time, which I have it right behind me. I should have grabbed
Dirty Work.
Dirty Work. That movie, highly underrated. I mean, I know a lot of people, they had their little following there, but that movie's awesome. So I might have to watch that tonight.
You struck me as a Dirty Work guy.
Love the Dirty Work movie.
I was definitely planning on putting it in sometime this weekend. So I'm 100% going to.
Yeah. Great movie. So I remember him from that. Obviously, Billy Madison, Deuce Bigelow. Got to bring up the Rob Schneider two weeks in a row, but he was also in The Animal, actually, just like Ed Asner. So they all kind of came together on that one, I think.
One of the cool things about him is, like, you see on Twitter, there's not anybody saying a bad word about him.
Nothing. So, all positive.
It's like, I remember when Brody Lee died, like, all you saw was people saying how good everybody was. Like, everybody had a good story, and Norm seems to be that guy in the comedy world.
Right. Yep. So rest in peace, Norm. Obviously, he was battling cancer for a while, but he had some really, really good work as a comedian. So, All right, let's go to the beer of the week. Schubert failed on us, so I guess I got to hold up the slack.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Oktoberfest. So we got a Polliner.
Okay, there you go. Good stuff.
Found one.
Oh, it's the Hefeweizen.
Yeah. All right, so here's the problem with this one. First problem is I don't have a can opener, so I'm going to attempt to open this some way. Second problem was I got this from a really dirty gas station. It just happened to have Polliner, and there was dust all over it. I don't know if this beer goes bad, but it's definitely been fermenting. And as a Hefeweizen, I feel like the fermentation could do some damage to the insides.
So, funny story. I said I failed.
Yeah.
When I said I failed, I mean basically the exact same story, but I couldn't do it.
What do you mean you couldn't do it?
They had the Polliner Hefeweizen, and
I
couldn't do it.
See, this is a problem. This is supposedly a multi-tool thing that says bottle opener on it, but I do not see a bottle opener whatsoever on this thing.
It's right there at the top.
This thing?
No, the other side.
This?
Yep.
It's just like a clip hanger.
Up top, that little notch in it. Does it unscrew?
It does unscrew, and I unscrewed it.
Again.
I'm going to have to go old school on this, I think. I think I'm just going to have to smack it.
Use your teeth.
It didn't work.
Strike one. Strike two.
I'm taking the wood with it. All right. I need to find a harder surface here.
Well, this is going to go well.
This is not going to go well, but it's okay. Nope. The bar might go down on this one.
Just break the glass off and you sip the jagged glass.
We sure that this isn't a twist off? I can't imagine it is.
How do you not have a bottle opener keychain or something anyway?
You know what? I upset myself when I did that, but
this is like watching a monkey use rocks.
yeah, this is bad. This is embarrassing. Let me see. The thing does unscrew.
Yeah, so it's probably on the inside. That's
but it's a pen. And it's got like another piece that.
Yeah, but the monkeys use sticks and rocks better than you do.
All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Let me try to hit it over this table.
I'll talk about So I was at the store, the Indiana beer situation, not that good. So I go to buy the German beer. They had the Paul on it, but like Dan said, it was covered in dust. It's probably been there for a while. It looks like we have a success in the background. Good job. He's back.
All right, I did it. All right.
Good job.
I think I broke my hand, but I did it.
Suck it up. We all got problems.
All right, so Polliner, Heffenweisen. I don't know how this one's going to go.
Not good.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I mean, it does smell like the Oktoberfest, actually.
Has nothing to do. It's a Hefeweizen.
It's still pretty beautiful. I think it's because my mind is on Oktoberfest that I kind of mask out the Heffenweisen part of it, the wheat part of it. But it's good. Brings me back.
I personally hate Hefeweizen, so I wasn't going to go near it. But
so you passed on a beer that you could have got to cheers yourself for Oktoberfest?
I got Bud Light.
That doesn't. Talking about Oktoberfest during this this podcast. Can you suck yourself up? I mean, I looked at it too. I was like, please let there be something else in this place. All right, so it's a great beer, and I have to give it as just because it's part of Oktoberfest, so I'm going to give it a 7.1.
Good score.
If it was an Augustiner or a Lowenbrau, it'd probably be a 10 out of 10.
I think that's got to be the bar, right? I mean, just about the best score you've given out here is an 8-ish.
Yeah, probably an 8-ish, yeah.
Lowenbrau, Augustiner, pure 10.
Yeah, I'm dying for Lowenbrau now that we talk about it, though. I got to find one somewhere. It
doesn't exist.
So they just stopped selling them?
Well, what it was when we drank it, it was sort of like a Modelo type thing. That's a poor example, but like the German version of Modelo.
Yeah.
Like Coors put it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that no longer happens. So the only way you'd find it is like an import of the real thing.
Okay.
Nobody's going to do that for Lowenbrau when they can do it for Augustiner.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go hunt now. I'm up for the challenge.
Total Wine. Go make friends with a guy at Total Wine and have him put in an order for you.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go talk to my man Ahmad.
Maybe Ahmad can do it for you.
I'm sure he can do some.
I think you need to be
calls.
Yeah.
We'll see. But speaking of that, I just want to go off on a little off base here.
Uh-oh.
So before you told me about the Oktoberfest, which sparked my interest with the Oktoberfest beers, I actually went into a beer store. It's a place that has a million beers. And so you walk in, and I was like, you know what? It's September. I'm going to find something October-y. And I was hit in the face.
You were going to go for Pumpkinhead, weren't you?
Pumpkin beers everywhere. And you know me. Back in the day, Shipyard Pumpkinhead was my favorite beer.
As was mine.
It had the nice little rim on the top.
The brown sugar.
Tasty.
Yeah.
And then 2012 came. 2002. It's a year I'll never forget. We went to visit our friend, and we decided that it would be a good idea, for whatever reason, to do a pumpkin tasting beer party.
Which friend? One of the shirtless men.
One of the shirtless men. So he serves us in these little shot glasses all these different pumpkin beers, from Shipyard to Pumpkinhead to Pumpkin to all this other crazy stuff. Needless to say, I mean, I threw up everywhere. I don't know if you did too.
Weren't you throwing up whole nachos?
Yeah, it was like coming out like up and down to the side. It was like there's no radius of it. It's just out, completely out.
You could have reconstituted the nachos as a new plate of nachos. Yes. That's how intact they were.
Usually you can stick your head in a toilet and it just goes in the toilet. This was literally out. It just somehow was just coming out the sides. So ever since then, I have not had a pumpkin beer. I have not had a pumpkin spice coffee. I have not had a pumpkin donut. I have not eaten pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin has been gone from my life for about 18 years now.
So me,
or 9 years, if I do it right. 9 years, no
added
pumpkin.
An extra decade. I don't even. I couldn't describe pumpkin flavor if you paid me.
Yeah.
Pumpkin flavor? I don't know. What does it taste like? Cinnamon? Well,
no. Yeah, you don't. Because you stopped drinking it too, or just never knew what pumpkin tasted like?
I don't think I could tell you. Like I associate it with cinnamon. It tastes like cinnamon.
Well, yeah, because they had a nice cinnamon sugary. I do miss it, but I'm just worried to sip it. I miss it, but worried to sip it.
Not me. Basic.
So yeah, thank you, Big Mike. You've ruined my fall drinking for the past 9 years because of that stupid night.
Stick to Bud Light.
Do they make a pumpkin? Do they make a pumpkin Bud Light?
It's got to only be a matter. Didn't you have your pumpkin pie seltzer?
Oh no, I didn't drink those ones. Those ones done. I can't do it. I used to love pumpkin spice from Dunkin' Donuts. I can't even bring myself to order it anymore.
I don't think the pumpkin doesn't taste like anything.
Well, it's like a spicy taste because it's always contributed with like
cinnamon.
Spice. Oh yeah, a little bit of cinnamon in there.
Where did the pumpkin come from?
I don't know. It just tastes like pumpkin.
I think it's a scam.
Well, it is a pumpkin. It's a fruit, so it's gonna
go have a stick of Big Red. It tastes the same.
So yeah. Anyway, I was all excited. I was gonna bring out a fall beer, and I didn't buy one because I panicked and got sick to my stomach as soon as I saw the cooler. And then you mentioned Oktoberfest, so I went elsewhere.
Oh, good move.
So thank you, Big Mike, for ruining my pumpkin experience.
I was at the bar the other night, and they had Shipyard on tap, and I was like, I haven't had one in a couple of years. Maybe I'll do it. I might have to do it.
I think you should do it. You can do it for me. I miss it.
I like this. I like the cinnamon rim.
Cinnamon rim's the best.
Best part. I think I could do that with a Bud Light. That would be good.
Yeah, give it some extra flavor. See, I feel like I'm almost ready to try it again as long as I don't have like a night ahead of myself. I don't want to ruin myself.
You don't want to start like maybe if you're out for a casual dinner or something.
Right. Take my chances, and I'm with the family. I mean, the night's going to suck anyway, so I might as well if I ruin it. But if I'm going out, it's like the bars and stuff, I'm not going to start it and be like, I'm going to try this. Next thing you know, my stomach's rolling. I'm feeling sick to my stomach. I can't get the pumpkin taste out of my mouth.
Worst feeling in the world is like when you're ready to go balls to the wall and you have one beer and it upsets your stomach. You can't go balls to the wall anymore. Your night's ruined.
Right. You're done. Yep. So I'll take that in consideration, I think.
Give it a shot.
All right.
I don't think that would go good with a meal, though, if you're out to dinner.
I just want to try it to see how my body reacts. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that.
Just ease in. Ease back
into the pumpkin. All right. Let's go to Stump the Shoe. All right. Yeah, so this Heffenweizen so far, 3 sips in. Not selling well at all. No. So,
I don't know who drinks Heffenweizens. They're like,
well, it's Blue Moon people, right? Isn't Blue Moon Heffenweizen?
It's disgusting.
Oh, yeah, it definitely gives a. Whew.
I don't know who it doesn't just like your stomach just starts to like curdle.
No, it's curdling. It is curdling. All right, it's not good. So let's just try to get through this. Let's get through Stump the Shoe. He gets it right. I'll take a sip, maybe of my Bud Light Lime. If he gets it wrong, he takes a sip of his generic Bud Light.
And chances are I'll take a sip either way. So
yes, you usually do. So let's go. Question number 1. What was Norm Macdonald's favorite cereal that he's been very vocal about?
He's been very vocal about it?
Apparently. I saw pictures. That's all he talks about, apparently. Holding boxes of it, eating it dry, eating it wet.
I don't know, but I'm going to guess it's mine because I'll eat it dry, I'll eat it wet. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You're a big Cinnamon Toast Crunch guy, but that's incorrect. It is Count Chocula.
Count Chocula.
That's a very interesting one.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a hand cereal.
No, it doesn't seem like hand cereal at all.
You need to get the milk in there, get the chocolate milk. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a sip for that one.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, great hand cereal.
Yeah. Back to the cinnamon. So you're really a cinnamon guy, actually, aren't you? Now that we're going back to this.
Not cinnamon. Cinnamon and sugar.
Cinnamon. Okay, the combo does it for you.
Yeah, you give me like a nice piece of fried dough.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is a freebie for you. What new identity does Hawkeye assume as a member of the New Avengers?
Ronan.
That is correct. Since you already mentioned it, I was going to go back and edit it after you mentioned it. Oh, no. Ah, damn! I took a sip of the wrong beer.
And that's what's one of the cool parts. It's going to be in the series. It's going to be the superhero Echo taking up the mantle of Ronan and pretending to be Ronan. Echo's cool, kind of like a Daredevil type superhero.
Okay. So I'll be excited for this new series coming out.
Yeah.
All right. He didn't even bring this one up, but what brewery makes the beer Pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
I think this was my death sentence because I think this was like 11% alcohol.
Oh, is it like Stumpy or something? Stumpy.
Heffenweisen. Oh, boy.
No, what's that Maryland one? Dogfish Head?
Not Dogfish Head. They also make, it's like every other brewery makes their little pumpkin beers. It's Southern Tier Brewing Company.
Southern Tier, okay.
Oh.
Not off to a great start. Yeah, I told you. I'm glad I didn't make that move.
I want to. It doesn't have dates on it either. I'm curious to see when this has been sitting for.
It's probably when did Oktoberfest start? 1400 or something? Probably then.
400 years ago.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
What's that born on date?
My God. Best before 0422.
Okay, you're good.
Wow. I would not have expected that from that.
That's just Hefeweizen. Hefeweizen is not good.
Maybe it's more in my head that what it was doing curdling my stomach. Now I know it should be safe.
So you know what I think the problem? I think Hefeweizen. I think once it's skunked, it's garbage.
Right.
Like skunked beer, the whole thing is a myth. Like a Bud Light, that you can't get a skunked Bud Light. That's a myth. Skunked Hefeweizen, I think you're in trouble. I think it starts to like bake.
Yeah, it could do it. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. All right. So question number 4. What do the giant cupids at Oktoberfest point towards?
The giant cupids? I don't know. Heaven? Like, fuck. Is this like a metaphoric answer? Or like the beer tent, the bathroom?
It's an answer that I never knew. And now I know. So next time I know, I know. So,
like, is it like metaphoric, or is it like?
No, it's like an actual way it points.
Like a location.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, it points to fucking God or something.
No. These are the things that are like on top of like huge cupids.
Yeah, I know that. I got them in my head now. Was it that set of twins that served beer?
That would be nice. I think everybody would follow the Cupid if that was the case.
Yeah, I fell in love. I don't know. The bathroom?
That is correct.
Yeah.
I would have never known that. And that probably would have helped us out tremendously the first night that we were at Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we knew that.
All right. Pulled that one out of my ass.
Yeah, I saw pictures of it. And literally, that's the best way to do it because they're so big on top of all the tents.
Can't miss it.
And when you're drinking, you get people all the way around you. I mean, it's shoulder to shoulder. People waiting in line for foods, this and that. You're looking for bathroom signs. Just look for the huge Cupid and which way they're pointing their arrow. That's genius. Very genius.
Solid advice.
All right. Question number 5. What was the best-selling game for the original PlayStation?
Metal Gear Solid 2?
Incorrect. Gran Turismo.
Oh. Is it because that was a launch game and Metal Gear Solid 2 was not? That was probably
it must have been. I don't think Metal Gear Solid 2 came out for a while after PlayStation came out.
It was a little while. So
I would have guessed something like Gran Turismo or Grand Theft Auto. There would have been somewhere there for me. But
see, I didn't think Grand Theft Auto really took off until 3.
Oh, it took off. Beginning, I mean, but Gran Turismo, like anything you heard about, like that was like the
launch
game-changing game.
Yeah. So that makes sense. But I would have gone, I don't know. I think it was probably pretty close.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to go 3 for 3 here. Or 3 out of 6.
3 for 6.
What's the name of Impact's pay-per-view this weekend?
Victory Road.
It is correct.
Yeah.
All right.
You went 500
right.
for once. Good showing.
The double sip. Yep. All right. Good showing there, Schubert. Let's go right on what's on tap for the weekend. All right. So weekend coming up. We had a pretty slow weekend last weekend. What do you got going on? Obviously, go heading over to Texas.
Yeah, I got to travel, so that's a bit of an early morning. So we'll see tomorrow night. Probably going to keep it a little low key. Watch some wrestling. Watch some Rampage. Maybe watch a movie or something.
Dirty work?
Maybe dirty work. I don't know. I've been jonesing. There's a couple movies that are on my list. You know, usually when I'm frequently drinking, I have like a list of like 6 or 7 go-to movies. I haven't done a off the rails night in maybe 2-3 weeks outside of Nashville. So I haven't watched any of my go-to movies in like over a month. So I've been jonesing for all of them. So chances are I'll try to do that. Yeah, try to do some of my movies. Sunday, I'm going to be in Texas. I'm going to watch football. Going to hit the lazy river. Don't have to work Monday. So it's going to be a day.
All right. Sounds like a good weekend. Nice to relax.
We'll see how the flight goes. But other than that, it's looking A-okay.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
What are you looking at?
I don't have much. I mean, I think we're going hiking on Saturday. Hiking in the mountains. I'll try to bring some cold beers over there. See what happens. Yeah, watch Impact, the pay-per-view on Saturday, football on Sunday. But I'm not going anywhere. I mean, we might go up to the like Meredith area, whatever, Mount Major, something like that, maybe climb mountain. But that is it. So I'll be well behaved, I think.
Don't be like that family out in California. You see that one a couple weeks ago?
What do they do?
Oh, family goes out hiking. Hey, where's the family? Oh, they're dead.
Oh yeah, no, we don't do that because I only go for like literally less than a mile hikes. Yeah. I don't like to overwork myself here. Let's keep it simple. We'll keep it simple.
Keep it flat.
Keep it very flat. You know, I don't want to make sure when I'm walking up like steep hikes, like it really shakes your beer too much.
You're like holding the baby over your head.
Yeah, no, that's not for me. I mean, I always bring my machete and my knife just in case if I get a little adventurous and want to start cutting down some trees. But other than that, no, it's usually fun.
Good. All right.
I'll say, but nothing exciting. And then we should have some fun stuff coming up in October, though. I think we should have some fun stories.
Yeah, I've been on a pretty hard, working a little on the weekend schedule outside of our trip. Looks like I'm headed back to a Monday through Friday schedule for the next month or so. So the weekends are going to go off the rails real quick.
Okay. Well,
especially back in Florida. I'm going to Disney World sometime this month. Ever since I've got my Disney annual pass, the Florida trip the goalpost keeps moving. Oh, you're going to Florida. Maybe in another week. Oh, you're going back to Florida. Maybe in another week. If I don't get to Disney within the next month, I'm going to murder somebody.
So we need to reach out to this iPad man very quickly.
Get me a tour. Get me a tour.
Get you a tour or find
Maybe
out where you can get an iPad.
Maybe give me an iPad. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe go to like a local pawn shop near there.
So I've got this goal. So this is a whole nother tangent, but we got time. We're under an hour. So the 50th anniversary starts October 1st.
Yeah.
So they've started putting out these statues all over the parks. They're calling them like the Fab 50 statues. They're like 50 statues. They're golden statues spread out all over the parks. My goal is to document and take a selfie with all 50 in one day.
I'd say you can do it.
Yeah, we'll see. But
Magic Kingdom's the one hard one though, because they don't serve beer, so you can kind of lose interest quickly.
no, so that's part of my game plan. I got a whole game plan.
Okay.
You can't park hop until 2:00.
Yeah.
So Magic Kingdom's the first stop.
Okay, get them all the way. Yeah.
All out of the way, start park hopping, get to Epcot at like noontime.
Yeah.
Or no, I can't get there till 2, but I can get outside the park and I can find a beer at the boardwalk.
Right.
At 2:00 rolls around, boom, man, then it's go time. I gotta start running.
I want to see this.
All 50 in one day.
Oh, you're gonna be sweating bullets the whole time.
Oh yeah.
The worst is the Animal Kingdom. That
Yeah.
is a deceivingly very big walking park.
No, so the last time I met you when I did all 4 parks in one day,
Yeah.
I covered some serious ground in Animal Kingdom because I got lost twice.
Mm-hmm.
I went down the wrong path and there's no loop.
You're screwed.
You're screwed.
You are screwed. Especially if you're near Pandora. Good luck.
That's where I was. All right.
Oh, screwed.
So I covered a lot of ground that day. I think my iPhone said I did roughly 13 miles at the end of that day.
Yeah, makes sense. It's a lot of work to walk around Disney all day long.
Yeah. So I'm setting my challenge right now. Sometime in the next month, maybe 2 months, I'm going to go see all 50 statues in one day.
Okay. I'm going to hold you to this.
Yeah.
Better do your research.
I'm going to do the research. All right. Now you can get right now. They're doing at McDonald's. They're doing all 50 as the statues as toys.
I've seen this, and I've seen people already get their 50 statues.
Yeah. I don't know how.
That's impressive. It's a lot of Big Macs.
So I'll probably get to like 25 and then get sidetracked in Epcot with like a couple beers. Then
100%. Yeah, 100. You need to end in Epcot. There's no way you can do Epcot in the middle.
No. But I think that's working with that. I think Epcot probably has the latest closing time.
Yeah.
So that would make sense.
And it also gives you, if you already went through 3 parks,
right,
and you still have Epcot, no matter how drunk you or crazy you may get, you might be like, okay, I made it this far.
I'm doing it.
I can do it.
Yeah.
All right. I can't wait to see this.
I'm hoping that I'm sure somebody has already beat me to the punch and thought of this, but
yeah, if
not, I want to be the first.
Okay. If you document it, you probably will be the first. Be the people out there saying they did it, but you need complete documentation.
No, that'll be a full Instagram live day.
Okay, 50 statues.
50 statues one day.
All right. Not a single ride, nothing else.
No, I don't think so. I don't think there'll be any statues that day. I mean, any rides that day.
No, there definitely could be no rides that day. It's just going to be you walking and taking pictures and drinking beer. It might be it.
That's it. So
it's a fun day. You're not paying for the ticket. It's already paid for. So
I'm an annual pass holder now.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be on like a Monday, though. My annual pass doesn't cover weekends.
Oh, okay. You do it on a Monday. So, there you go. Hopefully slower day.
Slower day, yeah.
All right, nerds. Well, we made it back to life a little bit this week. We'll see you guys next week.
Interesting. One of our shorter ones, but I feel like we jammed a lot in there.
We did jam a lot in there, I think.
So,
yeah. So
we'll be back. We'll see what happens next week. Next week's a little bit of a weird week. Deal with it.
Yeah. We'll be planning on a really drunk Friday night one.
Could be
a fun one.
Could be a really drunk Friday night, or it could be a really sober Wednesday early evening. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. So, all right, nerds. We'll see you next week at some point. Follow us at the Drunken Nerds. And do you want to say? What's your tagline over there?
Hey, stay thirsty, nerds.
There you go.